Hi there. Today we're going to take our attention right into the pain, right into the heart of it. We're going to face it head on. So take your time to get into a comfortable position. And again, I recommend, unless seated is your favorite position, really get into your most comfortable place. So lying down, supported with as many pillows or props as you need. If you feel you want to snuggle up under a blanket or something, do that. And once you're settled, close the eyes and just take a moment to get present here in this moment. Allow yourself to arrive in your body and notice what your natural breath is doing today. So without trying to change it, without trying to influence it, just become aware that you are breathing for one. And how does that breath feel today? How does it sound today? How quick or slow is it today? Just notice. And then today's practice, I'm going to ask you to bring your attention to an area of your body that is in discomfort today. It may or may not be your most painful area. That's your choice. It sort of depends on what you feel you're capable of facing today. If you're someone who has body-wide pain, just choose one area for today. So bring all of your attention, all of your awareness, all of your focus to that one area that you've chosen for today. And if you have more than one type of pain, so maybe one part of your pain is achy, another part is burning, whatever area you've chosen, see if you can trace an outline around that area that feels one type of pain. So if you have an achy area right next to a burning area, circle one of those two for today. And notice the size, the shape, and the texture of that area you've chosen. Is it a perfectly symmetrical outline, or is it got jagged edges? If you try to give it a color, is it light or is it dark? Is it bright or is it dull? If you had to describe the sensation that you were feeling there, what words would you choose? You can just mentally whisper those and use as many descriptive terms as you can think of. And then you're going to bring, and this is different for everyone, so you can experiment with all of them if you like, or maybe one will resonate with you right away. You're going to bring your breath, or you can bring a color, or light, or imagine pouring liquid, or sending energy into that area of discomfort that you've chosen to focus on today. Spend a few more breaths where you're bringing in whatever you've chosen to fill that whole area. And continue to notice the shape and the texture of that area of discomfort. Is it shifting at all? And maybe it'll shift for a moment and then it comes back to where it was before. Be aware of that. Be mindful of noticing that. And label it. So if one moment it felt achy and all of a sudden it felt bruisey, just mentally whisper those words in your head. If for a moment it felt heavy and then all of a sudden it felt lighter, you just repeat lighter in your mind. Continue to observe the area, continue to send whatever you've chosen into the area, and continue to notice and label any changes, any shifts whatsoever that might be happening. And while you continue to do all of that, you're going to start to visualize the area that you've highlighted, the area that you've traced, the area that you've outlined. Start to picture it shrinking at whatever rate feels appropriate for you today. You might picture that happening very, very fast, or you might picture it happening extremely slowly. If slow feels better, then I suggest pausing the video and taking as much time as you need to shrink it down to as small as you can get it today. If you're still with me, then just keep visualizing all the different sides, the whole outline of the area you've chosen. Start to visualize it fading away, shrinking, narrowing, becoming less deep. And as you're doing that, also note and mentally whisper any changes in the texture, feel of the sensations that are going on in that area. Continue to put all of your attention there and continue to bring it into a smaller and smaller space, a smaller and smaller piece. For some of you, you might be able to visualize it completely disappearing here today in this practice. For others, maybe it'll shrink by just a little bit for today, and that's a win. It's going to be individual for everyone. Try not to hang on to a specific outcome. It will be different every time you do it. Any change whatsoever, even if it's simply a change in the sensations you're feeling, but the size and shape stays the same, that's great. Stay with this for 3 more breaths. And then slowly bring your attention back into your body as a whole. So rather than pulling all your focus to that one area, divide your attention throughout the entire body. Place a little more focus on the breath again. And just bring yourself back to a more neutral zone, where your focus is not being pulled to any one place, positive or negative. You're just aware of your body in its entirety. And stay with that for a couple more breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly open the eyes into a soft gaze first, and then allow the room to come into focus. And if you've been lying down, just experiment with starting to move slowly, so you can move and wiggle the fingers and toes, circles the ankles and wrists, bend the elbows and knees, turn the head side to side, and then just organically extend that stretch or that reach out through all the limbs and through the whole body, however feels good in your body here today. And then lastly, just take a moment to check in and see, how do you feel now compared to when you started this practice today? And if there's any change at all, label it, notice it, and come back to this practice as needed.